Alright, today on the Pit Boss, we are making burn ends. No camping this weekend, so we're going to cook up some burn ends, poor man burn ends, using chuck roast to make them. So, got a 5-pound chuck roast. We got it on. I've got it rubbed down with a mixture of a coffee rub and a beef rub. Nothing fancy. The rub's going to give you a little bit of flavor, but what you do further down the line with the burn ends is what's going to really make it pop. And pretty much we're just going to cook it until we get up to about 190 degrees. Then we're going to pull it off, slice it, cube it up, put it all in a pan. We're going to cover it with a mixture of barbecue sauce, a little bit of beef broth, but we'll get into making that here in just a few minutes, and hopefully it turns out good. I've made them one time before and I really enjoyed them, so hopefully you guys learned something here. Alright, we've got our chuck roast off the grill, cooked it up to about 180 degrees, and now we're just going to cube this up into 1 inch by 1 inch roughly chunks. Then we're going to put them in that pan and cover them in our sauce. Alright, now we got the chuck roast all chopped up, little cubes, and we're going to add our sauce over the top of it. It's 1 bottle of Sweet Baby Ray's, a half a can of beef broth, and 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. I'm just going to pour that over the top of it. Going to mix it up real good. Alright, we've got that all mixed up. We're going to cover this real tight with some foil and put it back on the smoker for an hour. Alright, we're going to put it back on there. We're going to put it back on the smoker, let it cook at 250 for an hour, and then we're going to uncover it and let it cook for another hour, and we should be good to go. Alright, we've had this covered and on the grill for about an hour, so now we're just going to take the foil off. We're going to stir all those burn ends up. We're going to let it cook for about another hour, and all that sauce is going to caramelize on the cubes. So when it's all done, you'll have a nice caramelized coat of sauce all over all your meat. And there you have it. That's the final product. Poor man's burn ends made out of chuck roast. Nice caramelized pieces of meat cubes. A lot of people call it meat candy. So we're going to get these inside and made up some coleslaw to go with them and have us a good dinner. So just to recap, this was a 5-pound chuck roast. I put it on the smoker at 250 degrees. I cooked it until it was an internal temperature of 180. I thought about going to 190, but it was taking a little longer than I wanted, so I pulled it off at 180 so I could slice it up. I cubed it up into 1 inch by 1 inch chunks, roughly. Put it back in the aluminum pan. I covered it with a mixture of 1 bottle of Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce and a half a can of beef broth, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. I mixed all that up and then poured it over the top of the cubed up beef in the pan. Mixed it all up good. Covered it tight with aluminum foil for 1 hour on the smoker, still at 250 degrees. Came out after it was on the smoker for an hour, covered tight with foil, uncovered it, and cooked it for another hour, uncovered. And that's when it really started to caramelize. And that's it. That's all there is to it. It's super simple, delicious, and we're going to get this inside and grub out, have some dinner. Hope you guys learned something today. Thank you for watching. Catch you next time.